first man out in terms of the presentation of the 800 metres is Ole Jakob Solbo, 20 years of age, 2 times national indoor champion in Norway. Looks so impressive in his heats, just squeaked through the back door as the fastest non-automatic qualifier. Elliot Giles, the Briton, has been on the podium at the European Championships before, a bronze medalist back in 2016 when he was just 22 years of age, now 30 years of age. Adrian Ben, twice a World Championships finalist, and also back in 2021 an Olympic Games finalist. Adrian Ben, many people tip him as being perhaps the surprise package, notwithstanding the fact that he got through as the non-automatic qualifier. Gabriel Tual. Well, Tual, the Frenchman, looks so impressive in his semi-final. Tual, 6th at the World Championships in 2022, returning after a difficult 2023. Mohamed Atoui followed him home in that semi-final. Looked very good indeed. As well, just relaxed. Now, huge cheers for this man. Catalan Tekusiano, European lead with 1:44.01, which he set in Asti just over 2 weeks ago. He's bearing down on that 24-year-old Italian record held by Andrea Longo of 1:43.84. And this man, he's got 1 major championship medal already this year when he got the silver at the World Indoor Championships over 4 laps of the track indoors at the Glasgow Arena. Andreas Kramer, consummate championship racer, hasn't looked quite in the same sort of form, but talking to members of his support team, they were saying, you know, with Andreas, he could do anything from win to finish 8th. So those are the 8 men who are going to contest men's 800 metres final. Tual, many people's favourite, I think, after this dominating way that he won the title. As I say, coming back very, very strongly after a difficult 2023, Tual. He just looked really impressive in his semi-final, having been seeded Mariano Garcia, the reigning champion, not here. It's going to be a new name on the list, the Roll of Honour of the men's 800 metres. So from the inside, it's Diariba, Solbu, Giles, Ben, Tual, Atoui, Tekusiano, and on the outside, Andreas Kramer. They stay in their lanes up till 150 metres, so they come off the bend in lane and then break, as you can see there, for the middle. Those cones, the indicator, and it's looking as though Tekusiano is going to lay down the gauntlet. He knows he's got to make it quick, because Tual and Kramer are both fast finishers, indeed, as Ben is as well. Giles run a very astute race in the semi-finals, but Tekusiano slowed it down after getting to the front. Tual on his shoulder, and it's going to be Ben. No messing around for Ben. No, indeed, it's Diariba who takes it as they come up to the bell, but Tual has got him on his shoulder in his sights. 53.11, not the quickest of first 400 metres at this stage, but it's Diariba. He's not hanging around. The European indoor champion in 2019. Tual, Tekusiano, that's the 1-2-3 at the moment. Now Tual coming around the outside. He's up on the shoulder of Diariba. Tekusiano a bit blocked. Giles is going to have to come around the outside. Giles going backwards now after surging. He's struggling, is Giles, the Briton. Atoui finishing super quickly as they're coming off the bend into the home straight. But it's still Spain in 1, Spain in 3, but pushing through. Gabriel Tual starting to fulfill his role as favourite. He's 50 metres to go and he's starting to accelerate. He's starting to pull away from Atoui. It is going to be Gabriel Tual, 1:44.8 unofficially.
What a brilliant run from Tual. We knew it would finish that way, Phil, didn't we? He looked so strong in qualifying. Absolutely superb. Atoui did everything he possibly could threw the kitchen sink at it, but Tual just too strong, and winning going away there. Class apart, frankly, 144.87 to 145.20. Elliot Giles is strong, but he just didn't have that speed, that change of pace into that last 200 metres. Had to slot onto the inside line and finish it down in 7th place, I think. But just brilliant running from Tual, and another medal for the Italians there with Tecuciano in 3rd place. Super 800-metre final that, and that is a quick run considering there was no pacemakers.
Yes, indeed. We saw some very quick heats on the first day, but this is the final, and this is where the gold medal has been decided. Well, Tual, I think he knew that he had all the weapons in his armoury to challenge with everything. A trip there in the middle stage of the race. Ben just getting tangled up with the curb, taking Solbu as well. Just a nudge with him as we look at the closing stages of the race as Tual pulls away from Atui. Tecuciano, well, wasn't in the best of position during that 3rd quarter of the race.
And Phil, that's the first time France have ever taken gold in the men's 800 metres at the European Championships. They've had a couple of silvers in years gone by, but that is really significant. What an evening they have had, the French. Gold a few minutes ago in the women's steeplechase, gold in the men's 800 metres. That is quite a double act in the space of about 15 minutes.
And look at that hat. Well, we've seen that before. We were at the Spa European Cross Country Championships. Jan Schrub donned it when he won in Brussels, and now I think it's a fresh one, or at least it's been in the wash anyway. There's all 3 medalists now grouped together for the traditional photograph. No doubt at all, though. Tual, as you were saying, a class apart in that 800 metres final.
Well, we're going back to the triple jump very shortly as we see that result. Tual 144.87, taking the gold, brilliantly so.